Pat, we're live.
Oh,
Good morning. Thank you for coming back to Fantasy Breakouts. I'm Eric. That is Pat. We're going to get you
my
100%
fault, y'all
ready
fault.
for week 3. Drop any questions you have, and we'll get to them right away. Pat, first of all, how are you doing? You went to a
Doing all
old,
right,
old
man.
ball game, right? Different ball game last night, right?
Yeah, something to do. I'm in Phoenix. Dodgers came to town, and well, Kershaw got dealt with last night. But anyways,
That's cool seeing. I mean, that's a Hall of Famer right there. You got to see him in person. That's pretty sweet.
not too bad, man. Not too bad. Early morning, but we're back at it. So, uh, yeah, man. To begin with, obviously, like Eric said, we'll be here for you guys at all times. Ask for any questions, anything like that. Obviously, after week 3, or to begin with week 3, we had a couple injuries that we did. Obviously, for some owners, you did not like it. Uh, and Eric is an owner of this guy. But I will say, to begin the season, I said this, but that's just me.
You did.
All right. So, Eric, talk about your main back in, I believe, my league.
Yeah, Pat wanted me to do some fact checking, and I did see Pat had a RB tier video back in, I think it was May. We did RB tiers back then, and Pat had McCaffrey number 4. So some people are leaders, some people are followers, some people are just lucky. So that maybe all the above, but yeah, yeah. McCaffrey, I just think he's a league winner. You got to weigh the injury possibility with how talented this man is. I did, like some people did. They had some insurance. They drafted Chuba Hubbard. But I don't know. They ended up bringing in Royce Freeman. So I drafted him, Hubbard, in like the last round. Royce Freeman came in. Some handcuffs are better than others, and I didn't really think Hubbard's gonna run away with the job if McCaffrey got hurt. So I did drop him, but I backed up the team with another handcuff that I thought was better. So you don't always have to have your direct handcuff. I have Madison now, but I think is maybe a better option anyway. So
I think he's better than Hubbard for
yeah,
backup.
yeah, for sure. Um,
I really didn't see too much out of Hubbard until I think he had one good run. Other than that, I didn't. Royce
yeah.
Freeman, I think, had a 31-yard run at the beginning or something like that. So.
Mhm. Yeah, I was in transit, and I didn't know why the hell McCaffrey wasn't in a few plays, but then I figured it's kind of a real crappy feeling, but
They
we might
rolled
be,
out quick too.
yeah, yeah. They don't want to further injure that kind of thing. Oh man, it's got to be painful. But otherwise, I think with that, like I said, a few people on TikTok or whatever, they were talking about the whole injury thing and doing their victory laps and stuff. But I was like, man, I don't think Hubbard is really gonna run away with it. Like I said, I think they're gonna go more pass heavy like they did last year. If Terrence Marshall or Robbie Anderson are available, man, grab them right now, because I think they'll be utilized a little bit more, and then that might just jumpstart Terrace Marshall's season for real. And Pat's been telling us all how much he loves him every week, even though he has 11 points this season or 15 points so far.
Yes,
It's early.
but he actually leads Robbie Anderson right now in targets, like 15 to 12, 14, 11, something like that.
Hmm.
He's more productive than Robbie Anderson at the moment. So, and I've said this, like I said, this is a person you got to drop, keep, because I thought about week 4 or 5 he was going to arrive to begin with. And this, like you said, I completely agree with everything you said. Just jumpstart it. So if you have Marshall, you're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a time to
Sam
drop.
Darnold's looking less gaced. So I think they'll be all right. Panthers overall, because that offense is moving so great, man. DJ Moore owners out there, feeling good. He's always been one of them underrated receivers. We talked about year and year after year, but Sam Darnold's got the ball moving on that offense, and their defense looked good. They took a big hit with their first round at number 8 overall, but pass heavy.
Horn.
I think
Yeah.
they're and the Texans, man, are really like Brandon Cooks, man. I'm so frustrated with this guy. Like I just,
There it is again, man. He's really putting up some garbage
he's got like
numbers.
45 targets compared to like 10 to the
This
next
is
person.
insane. Look at this, Pat. Look at you don't see this. 112 receiving yards, 168 passing yards. What is that? 70% of the passing yards went to him?
No, he gets everything, bro. There's nothing else left, and they literally don't care. And even the defense, they know guard Cooks, and he's still. And the backup, Davis Mills, I saw him, Davis Mills. Really,
Patty Mills.
He was all right. Yeah, he really wasn't that bad. He wasn't that good, but I mean, he had 8 days of prayer. Like, I think it'd be decent next week. So,
Yeah,
okay,
he was the number 1 ranked high school quarterback. He's on that list, so I mean, he's probably.
Well, he's got talent. He just
Yeah.
he's inexperienced. He needs reps. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. We'll go into our first thing we usually do Sundays. Sit starts are going to be answered as we go, but 2 fringe players that I would start, and then Pat, you can let me know maybe a fringe person that you would start. I was asked about this. Some of these questions are don't overthink it. I was asked this also. Who would you start? DeAndre Hopkins, McLaurin, Mike Williams, Rondale Moore, or Cortland Sutton. Start 2 of those. So McLaurin, D-Hop, Mike Williams, Rondale Moore, Cortland Sutton. I just think it's so quick of an answer, but we'll get into it. So what do you think? I mean, isn't it McLaurin, D-Hop without taking a breath?
Stop it. Yes, stop it.
So okay, hypothetical, if D-Hop's out, who do you? That's when it gets interesting. So let's say if D-Hop was out, I don't think he's 100% playing. So you go McLaurin, Mike Williams. I think some people would go freaking Rondale Moore right now. And Rondale Moore, I think a lot of his, his breakout or his, long plays and stuff, it's because D-Hop's on the field. Once he's not on the field, I don't know I don't think he gets a huge bump because I mean they're still
Williams
playing AJ Green a lot, and they're still
Williams
playing
is better, safer bet with that.
Yeah,
he's done this year after year. Mike Williams, part of the offense has only got he's getting 10 targets a game. He's never been questioned about talent, about getting the ball. It's about him health wise, and he always starts off healthy, and he's looked great. If that's the case, you put Mike Williams in there. Don't think about it.
Yeah, and if DeAndre Hopkins, if he's like you're a little bit worried that he's going to be limited, he has an amazing matchup today against the Jags. McLaurin is getting the Bills. Tre'Davious White's been pretty crappy this season actually to start out. He's like 56% or 56 grade on PFF. It's going to be windy though in Buffalo, almost 20 miles an hour. So we'll talk about that. Like, don't start a kicker in that game.
Weatherman. Somebody asked me, or somebody put on Twitter the other day, I benched McLaurin for DJ Moore, and am I wrong for that? Why are both those guys not starting? I want you to tell me that right now. Who do you have on your team that those guys not start?
You got to be campaigning for getting a flex. If you probably don't have a flex or something weird's going on. 2 receivers.
I don't know what kind of. Maybe you have a 14 league and you got all the top. Well, he's not starting with Calvin. He's not. But interesting. So.
Yeah, I don't want to make fun of these people like when they ask that kind of thing, but I think it's a lot of times they're trying to get cute.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Because it's one thing to have a guy on your bench like, oh, I should start him, but then you don't have the guy that you drafted that 9 times out of 10 is going to be the winner in that situation on your bench. You feel even worse. Don't do it. So
yeah. Let's see. The other one, fringe player. I'm really on the fence with Daniel Jones at home versus the Falcons, and then I do like Tannehill at home versus the Colts today too. So I couldn't really push myself to start Daniel Jones in 2 of my lineups that I care about. I don't know, would you, if you're in my shoes, would you start Daniel Jones in both leagues or just kind of split diversify a little bit?
I would do what you're doing.
Split them.
Because Daniel Jones, this game could be. I think they're going to be without Galladay, which I have Slayton playing today in one of the leagues. Yeah, that's how bad it is. So, but I think that's an uptake in his you know, production and whatnot. But Danny Dimes could either be the quarterback we've seen the first 2 weeks or the quarterback we've seen in the last 2 years. So he could either, and it could be a Saquon day. You guys don't forget this. Like Saquon, yes, he was limited all week, but he's not even on an injury report. Maybe they take the tricycle or what's it called, like the extra little wheel.
The training wheels.
Training wheels.
The tricycle off.
It's early.
Yeah, what is it? It is what, 8 o'clock your time?
It's 8, yeah. Mm-hmm. But maybe they take that off him and let the boy run, you know. So I think you're safe betting that. And the Colts honestly have not been good this year. They've been getting sliced and diced. And Tannehill has not been that bad. Like, look at like he threw 400 yards last week and didn't have a touchdown. That's what really stabbed him.
Yeah,
so,
and that could have so easily been 8 more points than.
Yeah, man, don't worry about that. I definitely would split it because Danny Dimes could go off or Danny Dimes could be Gango, you know. So
they're, so you have a really average. I mean, the Falcons are terrible against the pass, but they're really average against the run, against running backs, and the Colts are very average against quarterbacks. So let's
still
split
early
them up.
too, but yeah.
Split them up. And then just in case you haven't seen this, we have Dalton to T.J. Watt, Deontay Johnson, Russell Gage, a couple guys that try to bribe their frickin' drug testers.
Team bribes. That's the dude he wants to get traded to. Like he's just.
Jamie Collins is a pretty decent linebacker, but he's out.
Obviously, he's on drugs.
So one of the things I was going to ask you about what you think about this, Jalen Ramsey, usually they've been using him around the slot or to cover the slot, so he gets the Bucks today. But without Antonio Brown today, do you feel like they might just say, let's focus on Godwin and Mike Evans, and you know, if we get beat by their tight ends, that's the thing. Like, yeah, they still got to worry about Gronk in the slot around that area.
I think
so. Basically, my question. I should just finish my question, but is Ramsey gonna shadow Mike Evans and lock to him all game? And I guess just talking through that, I don't think he will, but because they have other good corners.
He's going to take even if he lines up on him or something like that, they're going to disguise it, you know, try to make it a little hard, yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. But I think Ram's going to be a floater overall.
Yeah, I think he's too valuable to just stick him on that Evans all man. T. Higgins out.
It's tough.
So. Yeah,
but I'd rather have him be out right now than a month and a month. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I guess.
What about this whole Carson Wentz thing? I'm still not.
I didn't even know he was gonna. I didn't know he was that close to actually playing. That's crazy. He's number 2. Did you know that? Is he jersey number 2?
Yeah, it's weird.
I did not know that.
It's funky. Yes. Yeah, I'm not confident with anybody over there. To me, Titans pass offenses or their defense has not been great, to be nice, but Carson Wentz, 2 bum ankles. I'm not big on Pittman today. I'm playing against him too, so I could be biased, but I'm still not big on him. It's your team.
So what about Odell today? Who would you have more confidence in? Odell, because people probably are thinking about starting him, or Will Fuller coming back? No 2.
Odell.
So Odell you like better, but would you start him?
Andrews out. Bears are not great against the pass. Odell.
What about if you had him in that league where you're talking about Slayton? Slayton or Odell?
Ooh, that's. I think I'm still leaning towards. I'd lean towards Slayton in that. And some people want to say, "Well, listen, Atlanta's not good. Kenny Galladay's down.
Somebody's got to catch some passes, huh? So they can't have Kyle Rudolph snaking all these touchdowns, right?
I think they're going to splash all over the place. And remember, Slayton had a good game last week. Could have been a greater game. He dropped one off the fingertips. Don't know how. At the goal line. You remember that? Like he had like a 50-yard bomb wide open. You know, like that. Remember that March Madness game? It was like one shining moment. So, I have a lot of confidence in Slayton today. Odell, once again, another run-heavy team. I think he'll be all right though, but not. I think Slayton has more upside. Is where I'm going to be at.
So you don't think Sterling Shepard's going to take all the targets? They can't give him 20. in
You
one
know
game,
how this
right?
goes. Sterling Shepard has 3-4 good games all year, and then we think he's on the way, and then all of a sudden you forget about him. I don't know.
Pat, he has the most catches though in the
I
NFL
don't
right
care.
now. He has the most
I know.
catches. I know, that's what
I
Pat
don't
will
care.
say.
He's been how long has he been in the league?
I wonder what the over/under is in this game. I think what is he, 5? About 5 years?
I think he's 6. I think he's 6-7 type. Like he's been in the league, bro. Like I've seen this. We've all seen this
47.5.
story.
Yeah. What do you think? 47.5. I thought that'd be a little higher.
Interesting.
Wonder,
Yeah.
Is it windy in New York? They'll knock it down if it's like 20 miles an hour wind.
Yeah, you're the weather guy, man. I just
I don't know. I'll pop in and check that. Well, if we get our guest to come on. How's that looking? Special guest. Okay, we got a question, and then I have another one I want to ask you about. Mr. Justin Fields here in a second. Okay, Jared Cook versus the Chiefs or Logan Thomas versus the Bills. I was talking about this. Thank you for the question. Fan, can you see it? You can see
I
it,
believe
right?
in Julio.
Or the other one, do you believe in Julio? 20 miles an hour wind versus the Bills, but they don't really go deep to Logan Thomas, so I'm not worried about that. I think I do like Logan Thomas in that. But both are good options.
We're gonna be torn, man.
You
And
want to
no
go
reason
Jared Cook?
why. I'll go Jared Cook because they got to keep up with the Chiefs. We all know that. So they're gonna be passing. I like Julio. Honestly, you couldn't go either or. I would probably lean towards Cook personally. What's that look like? What's the stat against what are the Chiefs ranked towards the tight ends? They played.
Tight end rankings against is like, unless they're very, very good, I don't really look at it. I don't think it's a big.
Well, it's only been 2 weeks too.
Yeah. You said Chiefs. Chiefs probably are terrible against them. Their
Right there,
defense
11.
looks like
I think
crap.
11 right there.
Okay.
And then what's the Bills?
The Bills. They probably are really good because they played the Steelers, who did nothing with their tight ends.
Right, 23rd.
23rd, yeah, but they didn't play any good tight ends, I don't think.
Yeah. True.
So that's not opposed.
I believe in Julio. That's hands down. Jared Cook and Toes. That's a tough one, man.
I know, and that it could be a 2-point difference too. So maybe don't stress about that. But I like having them both going forward.
Yeah, honestly, I think you could either or. I would go personally just because I think it's going to be a more high-scoring game. And like you said, you talk about the win factor, yada, yada, yada. I'll go with Cook just because of that. I think that they got in order to beat the Chiefs, you got to score. You got to come prepared to score. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, man. I think Jared Cook makes a lot of sense. But okay, I like them both. Do we have any other questions? No. Okay. So yeah, Justin. Thank you for the question. Justin Fields right now, I wouldn't be starting him this week, but he's available in, if I do the math right, 32% of Yahoo leagues right now. So he's out there. 5% of Yahoo leagues are just garbage anyway. They don't really ever. People are just not caring about the lineups. But anyway, so about a quarter of leagues, I would say, he's available right now. Grab Justin Fields. He has a great late season schedule, week 12 all the way to 17. I could start him probably every single week in that whole run. So I love that. What do you think, Pat?
Look at you, late season.
I'm looking. Yeah, once Pat starts talking about, hey, do you know what was the fact, Pat? What was it? The Chiefs. The Baltimore plays who? Twice in a row?
The Browns.
Baltimore plays the Browns twice in a row.
I think the Browns, I think they play week 12, they play them, and then they have a bye, and they play week 14, first game back from the bye. It's weird.
Ravens, Browns, right here, week 12. Then they have a bye week. Ravens, Browns again. That's so strange. What genius thought of that?
Interesting. What'd I say? Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting fact. Anyway, we're looking at late season schedule, so we're figuring that in on our.
It's always good fit, man.
Yep.
Not try to get ahead of yourself. It's just keep it fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff going on, man, and sometimes people often overlook. And now, when it comes to Justin Fields, I'm a little torn, and I am playing a little I don't want to say devil's advocate or conundrum, where you put it. I have the Browns defense playing in one league, and I have Justin Fields starting in another. I just don't. I've not honestly been too impressed with the Browns defense. I don't care what the projection is. I have not been impressed, bro. Like they should be doing way better. You know, we talked about this when they played the Texans. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? So
okay.
The Bears' offensive line is not terrible.
Yeah. So the Bears have put
Not
up
great.
14 and then 20 points. So that'd be. Do we expect them to put up 25 today?
More.
More than 20?
Because I think they're going to put up close to 26-ish. Fields is
7.5 point dogs.
it's a dice roll, you know that. But at the same time, Fields, they're not going to – I think they're going to open that playbook. They just said the other day, like, oh, we didn't know what we could do, yada, yada. Don't even want to talk about that comment, guys. But Fields, they've been playing so conservative, so, like, safe with Andy Dalton. And what if the defense do? Sit back and let them take everything in front of them type, you know? Whereas now they can't do that. I think they're going to go a lot more shots. I think Robinson's going to be better. Mooney, I think Mooney's going to be better. I think that offense is going to look so much better with that. Now they're talking about Andy Dalton being out multiple weeks. This is a nice excuse for saying, hey, you know, the kid's hot. We can't go back to you. You know? But Justin Fields still has an upside, even if, let's say, they only score, say, 17 points today. Justin Fields to me is a safe bet because he can run straight up. He can get 12 on the ground. He can run. You know, get a little rushing touchdown here and there. So that's a safe bet to me. A safe 4. So.
Yeah, something I've been thinking about this week. I don't have Justin Fields. We're in, too close to the Chicago area for me to have any sniff of Justin Fields. But freaking Trey Lance. Okay, he doesn't take off as much, but I'm really thinking about dropping somebody I don't want to use this week that has a bad matchup next week. Just holding on to Trey Lance just for this week. And I don't think I noted it down. Okay, actually I did. No, we're talking about the 49ers now because I want to ask you about this. Is it Trey Sermon time finally? We have he's back from concussion protocol. Shut up. He's back.
There's something that's not clicking, bro. Something is not resonating with this man.
Eli Mitchell, hang on. Eli Mitchell is out.
Everybody's out. I know.
Trenton Cannon, he's a special teams. He weighs 185. He had 3 touches this season so far.
He was on the Ravens, I think.
And then who they just signed again? That I don't care about. They just got it right.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter. Listen.
What do you think about
Something is not clicking for this man. Okay? There's a gap. You know? If this, and then the Packers aren't really good against the run, but I can see him getting 12 points with a touchdown.
Yeah. 12 points and a touchdown?
Yep.
What's your season outlook for him? Jack, yeah, they got the guy from the freaking one of the XFL teams. He's just like a huge freaking.
Patrick Peter or
Jock
Patterson,
Patrick.
Jock.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He cannot juke.
Yeah.
Like he's like imagine like Latavius Murray but with less juke ability, but slower. It's like he's
half a juke spin.
Half a juke of Latavius Murray is what he is.
Right.
Why is he? I thought he was 91 right there.
Let's see. 91. Ew.
No, he wasn't. Running back, Kerryon Johnson, race legs. Freaking.
Listen, man. That is all. Like, hey guys,
Can't
wait for you to play. AKA Elijah Mitchell needs a week off. AKA he'll be back. And I saw a lot of people drop Elijah Mitchell. So let me get this straight. You spent a waiver claim on him. You spent fab on him. You dropped him. What? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. But thinking about like,
you guys are so quick to write somebody off. It's crazy, bro.
Alexander Madison or Sermon today?
I would go Sermon, but still. I don't believe in Madison either, bro. Like we've seen this. We've seen him. Like, oh man, if he ever got the opportunity and then he gets the opportunity, it's like, what happened? You know, we've seen it.
Yeah.
I can see him against because he's playing Seattle, which is not good against run right now. A lot of people running on him, but I would say probably 14 to 16 in my mind.
This is like the Packers almost, I think, for the Vikings, where they're just we got to get the run game right today, because I think Zimmer's fired if they lose to this game and the Browns next week. I think he's done. He's one of the highest coaches odds to get fired.
I mean,
so I don't know. I can see them really going hard on the run.
Joseph,
okay.
Don't do this to yourself.
Joseph, OBJ, Tyson, CH, pick 2.
Thank you for the question, but I think sometimes you just need a bench player for them to wake up. And this is the week you bench CEH. Don't even do it. Just, I'm so confused by it. Tyson, put him in. They're playing Detroit. OBJ, I put him in. I'm going OBJ and Tyson. CEH. And it pains you to say this. It's like, oh my God, I spent, a fourth, maybe third, fourth, fifth. You cannot. At some point, you have to cut ties and say, okay, I don't care what I trade him for, but now this is where we're at. You know, I think he's got you 6 points in the last 2 weeks. I'm not doing it. I'm not. You couldn't, man, bro. It's sad, and it's so much potential. But I would hold him. I wouldn't try to, because you're not gonna get Skittles for him right now. Don't do that. I would hold him, but so further notice, man, he's gonna show me something.
You're telling him to start OBJ over CH.
Yeah. Hey, man.
If
you wanted to,
I'm starting CH. Look at this,
hey,
Pat. Look at the screen.
They're playing the Chargers. I already know, bro. I know this. I'm so tired of if you want to go down that frustrating road, you do that. I'm
gonna say CH. I think he's gonna get you 10. Whereas I don't know about that with ODB. Look at it, man. Look at this, Tony Pollard. And I think the Chargers have a good enough line, or not the Chargers, but the Chiefs have a good enough line. I think.
Bro, listen. It's not about.
I think you got the base.
There's nothing that you can
tell me about your matchup. I think
I'm just saying,
higher floor.
There's nothing
I think
that says he
CH
shouldn't do it.
But Pat,
they
Pat
don't
would
care
do.
About this dude.
Pat's letting his emotions dictate his decisions.
I don't even have CH.
We don't. We were so far off him. I keep posting this stupid Harry Potter video on TikTok. How much I hate CH. Well, not I don't hate him. I hate.
It's not him. It's just the situation. Period.
The situation. I think he's got a higher floor. If you want to go, hey, maybe somebody can get me 20 points. It's not going to be CH this week. Higher floor play, CH. Pat thinks more points are coming out of it. We'll see. We're going to revisit this.
I've been so disgusted with CH. I've been so disgusted with CH. And I get it. But it's always like that. That's the problem. It's like, oh my God, look at this. Like, he's on the Chiefs. He should never walk away with 2.6 fantasy points in a game.
The problem too, not only because of CH or their offense, but Pat Mahomes wants to show up people. So if he can show up Herbert, he wants to show up Herbert. I mean,
period.
I don't know. That's a thing, and people got to start realizing that it's about him putting up yards.
Drafting the kicker, bro. I didn't want to draft their kicker this year because that's what they do, bro. They will go for 2, even though they don't have to, just to beat them.
Joseph, who are you agreeing with Odie? With Pat or me?
It's I'm just and I'm not even a CH owner. It's me observing. So if you some people feel obligated to that, but I'm always been a person sometimes you need to bench somebody in order for them to wake up. It's weird. I don't know why. It's fancy. I get it, but
Pat puts on a special hat and jersey every week, so his team will win. That's the same kind of logic.
Nah.
But no, I think if you were to play it today 100 times, who's going to have more points? I think it's going to be probably CEH. But I can see going for it. Upside would be ODB.
It's just a crappy situation.
All right, Steven. Steven, what's up? Thanks for the question. It's good when you get us to disagree, semi-disagree with each other, Joseph. Thank you. Cole Beasley or Rondale Moore. I think like we talked about, it's windy, so it's hard sometimes to picture these games. And we're already getting into it. It's 20 miles an hour wind right now in Buffalo. Pat, what did you say? Sorry, I just wanted to read the
More.
question first. Yeah, I'm good with that. Seems like they're giving them a lot of screen passes and getting them involved.
Even if they both only got 4 opportunities, Rondale Moore is more an athlete than Cole Beasley, so I'm going more. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay. I think I won.
I'm around CH, hoping he falls into the end zone. No idea what's snap.
Exactly.
Oh, he's from Odell. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they say he's clear, yada yada. I mean, I see it, man. This is why I didn't draft CH. You see this, I would be so pissed off this guy. So, and I feel you. I'm not,
To be.
Then
yeah.
a
He
lot of
would've had to get
CH
to the
owners
fourth
look
round
back
for
and
me
like,
to draft him.
well, yeah, and a lot of CH owners look back and say, "Why did I do that?" You feel like you have to. That's all. He put you in this corner, and it's not like the opportunity's never there. It doesn't matter if they have the worst run defense against them at all. It's never. You still can play him. It's just, what do they want to do?
Yeah. I wonder what their red zone pass rate is. I should look that up. But if Pat Mahomes can throw a damn shovel pass 3 inches forward and get that touchdown on his stat line, he's going to do it. And, who's that going to be? It's going to be to the backup tight end or somebody, and it's going to piss you off.
Kelsey.
So, CH, I think higher floor. I think personally, I'm waiting 1 week on Odell. Pat loves Odell. It's kind of like talking about if his favorite artist was The Weeknd or something, and him talking about the Super Bowl performance.
I picked Slayton over him already. Like it's not about that. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Look at the facts, bro. Like last 2 weeks. Look at This is why we don't like Chiefs running back. That's what it is. Like, it's not about. They could have the worst matchup on paper, and he can go off. It's not even about the matchup. It's what Andy Reid / Pat Mahomes want to do, and what they want to do is get the ball to either A, Travis Kelce, or B, Tyreek Hill. Everybody else, rock, paper, scissors in the background.
Yeah.
Literally.
Just a guy. Everybody else is just a guy. Okay, let's move on before we never stop talking about that. Okay, so you might be excited about Ruggs this week. He's getting the Dolphins. I think they might be winning that whole game, and this is more of a Waller game. So he's going to see a lot of Xavier Howard, and I'd probably sit Ruggs this week if I could. Other ones, the Lions receivers versus Baltimore today. They just did, I think, a pretty good job on Tyreek Hill was almost non-existent last week. I wouldn't be trying to get cute with like Cephas and them, even though some weeks he's usable. I think I would be sitting everybody except for Hawkinson against the Ravens. What about you? What do you think, Pat?
Cephas is a touchdown machine. You notice he only gets 3-4 targets a game, and then half of those are in the end zone. But I would go. I don't know, man. I got DeAndre Swift and Jamal in your league. I'm contemplating might start both just because Baltimore has been exposed to certain things. Still early, granted, but at the same time, I honestly don't like Damian Harris against the Saints this week. I just don't like it. It's ill. And I'm really high on Damian Harris overall. I just think that the Saints can get to Mac Jones a lot and just eat that up. So.
I'm sure I have this up in case people don't see this list. AB's out today.
Who?
AB.
Brown? Yeah. He
Just making
didn't
sure
make
it's
the trip
out.
yesterday.
People weren't here before. Alrighty. So this other thing. Well, yeah, I was going to talk about the wind in Buffalo. It affects the stadium a lot. Some stadiums, like I think it's the Browns, have a stadium where the wind affects the ball a lot, but some of them are just so high that like the grandstands and stuff, where it doesn't really matter. But don't start a kicker in that Buffalo game.
Was it Bass and what's the kicker? I think, and this is coming from a Josh Allen owner. I think the boy's about to go off. Like it says, windy. I can see him on the ground. I can see him have I just really think he's going to go off this week. I need him to, but I really think that. I mean, honestly. I mean, we've been waiting.
Yeah. Like, hey, it's like Allen, Diggs, McLaurin, Logan Thomas. Would you start McKissick? You think they might check it down if it's too windy deep down the
Ooh,
field?
man, I don't like. Ron Rivera doesn't care about us, but uh,
You don't like
if
who?
you
We're going to
if
say
like a
Gibson?
desperation play, yeah, man, I just think that he's and as a head coach, you're thinking about long term, right? I can see him using McKissick for next, like really heavy for the next 6 weeks, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Flex. Appreciate the question, man.
Yeah, thank you for the question.
Full
Juliano.
PPR, great. I still like more. I still like more in that situation, man. Waddle, Jacoby Brissett, I didn't think was that bad, but the man threw like 40 times and had like 163 yards last week. Ew. And they got stuff all going on all over the place with that. So Waddle takes a hit. Kenyon Drake, I can see him like getting goal line touch. I can see like people getting him to the 5-yard line and him running in.
So you
So I
said
can see
Rondale
that,
Moore.
but
That's tough.
I think those two are like tied to me. But I like Moore just because they're playing Jacksonville, and that seems like the defense. I think that's gonna be the highest scoring. I can see that like game being like a 41-33, like crazy, you know, because neither defense
The corners
is
are terrible.
yeah. So
The secondary's so bad for Jacksonville.
sometimes you just want a piece of a game, you know, and I feel like that's the game you want to eat up.
Yeah, I wonder what the spread, what the over-under is.
Two number ones, man.
Jacksonville always puts in there. 51. You're right. That's probably the highest this week. 54 for Kansas City otherwise. But yeah. 51.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know,
Vikings is 54.5. Man, start your Madison. Holy shit. Dude, if Madison doesn't get 2 touchdowns and the Vikings score 28 points, I don't know, 28, 31, it's going to be something like that.
got red all over.
That is so big. That is way
JJ.
bigger than I thought. It's going to be cooking. Man, that actually got me really excited for Madison. Because if that said 44.5 or something, I'd be like,
You got the chills.
man, they know. These guys setting these lineups, oh my God. Like, that actually made me feel a lot better about starting Madison today. I'm starting him in 2
Eric
weeks.
just got the chills.
Dude, I was about to start James White because of all these injuries I have at running back. I was about to start James White today.
It's a tough world, man.
But now I'm into Madison, his team.
So with that being said, okay, so listen, they're playing Titans, right? Or no, the Vikings.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough.
I
guess I'll go with Tom
Russ.
Brady.
Ooh.
You going Russ?
Yeah, for sure.
I just think that
You think they're going to run too much?
Tampa Bay's offense is running too, like they're just too. They got too many options, man. And I think they'll find a way to be relative type, you know. Like they don't have AB, and then it's like, but now we only have to worry about 3 people, not 4. You know, so they got so many different options. And Jalen Ramsey is a dog, but he can't be on 3 people at once. But Russ, it's early in the season. Russ is the best quarterback fantasy-wise for the first 8-9 weeks. So if you want to ride that train, it might make you feel a lot better. I don't own either shares.
Yeah, those are 2
but
top
Russ
5
at the same
options
time,
this week, so I like them both.
Does the PPR make a difference with this though?
No.
At the same time, because I don't know. Some leagues, I don't know. Like how they got funky rules. So that's what I was saying.
Does your league have any weird rushing
bonus
touchdown
or something
thing?
like that?
Yeah.
Because Russ can go 14 for 20 with 280 and 3 touchdowns. Dude,
Exactly. The Vikings will keep up
So-
their offense. I think they have a top 7 offense. Defense sucks. But look at 55.5 for that over-under. That's a big one. So I think you got 2 guys that are probably going to be around 30 points this week. Right there. You can safely say that.
They're going to be in the mix. So I think you got about a 5-point difference. I don't think you can really. That's why if your league gives you more rushing upside for a touchdown or something like that, I'd say I'm leaning towards Russ compared to Tom Brady. So
Yeah, I could go for one of those
That's my
quarterbacks
response.
right
I don't
now.
know if you like it. But...
No, I like it. I think it's
Oh,
close
excuse
as
me.
hell. Those are almost 2 top 5 quarterbacks this week. Could you trade one? I have D-Hop as my wide receiver 1. Yeah,
Okay.
if he's out there, he's going to be torching these guys. And
Oh yeah, play him. Don't do that, man. If he's out there, you got to roll with your stars, bro. Don't do that. It's not worth it.
favored by 8.
I was
They're
gonna ask
favored
you.
by 7.5
So
on the road.
CMC, man.
Yeah.
How long do you think he's gonna be out?
They said
His
what
face is getting
what
red.
grade what grade did they say it was? Was it a grade
I don't know.
2 or?
He got ruled out, bro, in the first 15 minutes. Like it was boom, boom.
What did they
I
say?
was watching.
His leg was shaking, right?
Oh,
He tried to
you
stand
saw it
up.
on the replay, like when he hit the, and it's just.
Yeah. No, I think it'll. Hopefully, it's like a 3 to 4. I definitely want to add a week to whatever they say. Just add a week.
Yeah.
Don't try to expect it, right? So I'd probably say a month. So I'd probably put him at week 7, 8.
Do you think?
And like
Because
we-
hamstrings, ask Julio. You know, hamstrings nothing to play with. You know,
Mhm.
as a CMC owner, are you nervous that this is not going away?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think we're probably going to reevaluate him into that maybe mid section of the first round, end of first round next year. But I don't know. This can happen to anybody. I mean, you looked at.
No, I'm not
Eckler.
saying that.
I mean,
I'm just.
like Eckler came back so strong. I mean, I think.
How long was Eckler out
do
though?
that. His was really bad though. His almost got ripped off
had
the
a
bone.
tear.
If not, it came off his bone. Yeah.
Oh.
But he like, yeah, it's graphic. But yeah, he came back like so fast. So they're using some special stem cells on them.
Stuff we never heard of. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Matt. This is a good question. Madison or Chris Carson then in PPR? I definitely go Chris Carson personally, but I think it's close. I would say like they might be 4 part. This is again Jim again. Thanks for the question, but Jim, yeah, I think you got a lot of guys that are going to be really close. Your bench is going to
Got
put up some
some
points.
questions,
this week.
man.
Yeah, your bench is going to score this week too.
I would say Carson in that situation. Just because if Carson's healthy, bro, he's giving almost he's just steady, he's productive. You know what you're gonna get. So I go Carson.
Yeah, and the Vikings, they don't have Mike Boone this year anymore. They have just
Dude's out too, right?
Mugamu or whatever, that guy from
Is
Nebraska.
The lineman out today or something like that.
Which one, Mike? Not O'Neal, is he? There's only like 2
You
good
guys see that?
offensive players.
I say this to Eric, and you hear it in his voice. He's so worried. Wait, not him. Not him.
Not O'Neal.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to look that up.
I'm going Carson.
Oh, this is one day to go. Oh boy. Darisal's been
Monday.
out.
Bars out.
Their defense is just torn up. Greg Joseph, he's playing. He better be playing. Patrick Peterson, full participant. He probably will play.
Some people just
No,
see he's a vet.
I don't see
bro.
anything. This dude's been out. Darisal. It's like, yeah, the Vikings addressed the offensive line in the draft, but hey, how many snaps have any of those guys played? 0. I don't know. I'm pissed about it.
Sounds like you want to have a drink with Coach Zimmer.
Well, that Slater, what's his name? Slater on the Chargers. He's been playing like every game, and he's doing great.
Yeah.
And he got picked. I guess Rashawn Slater. I think he got picked actually before.
Yep.
Yeah. What's up, Ikey?
What's up?
We were supposed to have Beans on, give us some critique us or whatever, but I don't think
He
we're
said.
good. Hey, thanks for. Looks like we got 5 people. Thank you for checking in with us. We have. Please subscribe, obviously, but we have more frequent videos on TikTok. Pat's promised to get his rankings out every week. We don't charge. We're free. So please subscribe. Thank you so much. I don't know.
Oh,
Am I a good salesman when I talk like that, or am I really selling us? Okay, here we go. Jim's back again. Would you trade Michael Thomas and Chris Carson and Fant for Najee? Fant is on my bench. So you're saying all three of them? Chris Carson, Fant, and Michael Thomas for Najee right now? So he's trying to consolidate to get a better.
I
hopefully a
really,
better player.
really would. It depends on your team. If you have because we don't know. I mean, we don't know who's the quarterback when Michael Thomas comes back. To be honest, at this point. And on top of that, Chris Carson is very injury prone. I think Fant can be steady. But if you can upgrade Najee, I'm really high on Najee. So it really depends on who else is on your team. If you don't have a running back and you have plenty of receivers, I'd make that move. This Fant is pretty solid, but he gets hurt a little bit too. And after the top 4 or 5 tight ends, everybody else really is a toss-up, more matchup-wise and stuff like that. So,
Because he said he had Thomas, right? He has Logan Thomas too. Was that his question from earlier?
oh yeah. I don't know.
Maybe
I
that
don't
wasn't
know.
him.
But yeah, just look at your team and really what it comes down to. But if you are really hungry for a running back, I like Najee. So if you can get him with that and you have enough depth to make up for, because Michael Thomas could either be a top 15 receiver when he comes back, or he could be a top 30. And it really, we don't know what Michael Thomas will get based on health. The surgery could be delayed. He could be not back to week 10, which if that's the case and he's good, cool. And then also on top of that, Chris Carson is very injury prone. He usually has 5-6 games, and then something happens. And once again, Fant, pretty solid tight end, but he's still in that. After that, like I said, 5. You got these. It's a huge tier right after that. So
Yeah. You have
give and
Gerald
take
Everett
points
or
most of the time.
somebody like that.
You can literally
trouble.
stream that, and then once it gets off there, stream one.
So the answer on that was go for it. So I want to see them move the damn ball. Like at the end of the day, you want offenses that move the ball well. So that's what I'm worried about with them. But I think with those pieces, it sounds like you have a pretty deep team. What about if you did one of your quarterbacks, man? What if you did maybe throw a quarterback in there to somebody that needs them? Does the Najee guy need a quarterback? Maybe check that quick. So maybe you could throw Brady or somebody in there instead of Carson or
Hopkins active, Higgins inactive. Once we talked about that, man, I'd rather have the other team.
You got to start DeAndre Hopkins today, and if it's just okay, we'll be on just for a few more minutes, so get your questions in. I have D Hop as my wide receiver 1. Which flex should I start? Moore, Waddle, or Drake? I think we answered that already.
Yeah.
I think we answered that question. So we said Rondale Moore, and then second choice is definitely Drake.
Yep.
Jacoby Brissett at quarterback for the Dolphins is a problem.
That's what really comes down to, man. So yes, so I'm rolling. So about that.
So that is Rondale Moore. Did I have anything else we talked about? Grab Justin Fields. He's available way too many places right now. Daniel Jones. It's a good option if you don't want to start Justin Fields. I don't know. It's pretty niche.
I have another sneaky play today. How do you like Emmanuel Sanders, especially with the win?
I don't like him to begin with. You like him? Would you put him in? Dang, Pat, we're gonna have to revisit all these differences we've had.
That's good though.
Yeah, some days we're too tight. You gotta
Too predictable.
Yeah, because you said what was
we talked about the
you said
win.
Odell thing.
I think, just think with just how the setting, the script's looking right now. I think it'd be a solid listening play. T. Higgins hurt.
So which game are you most interested in for maybe that will change the outlook of next week? I'm thinking the sermon thing is a huge thing to look out for. Hey man, hey, in college he carried that offense. Ohio State's offense.
Kittle hasn't
that's
been
a good
part
one,
of that offense in weeks. I'm still confused by that. I want to see obviously Justin Fields, see what that looks like. See what else, man.
Anything anybody's watching that you're really interested in, or it's going to maybe change the landscape of? I think we're talking about
I'm
Terrence.
really interested to see if they use Ayuk this week. I'm so tired of this because it just don't make sense to me, man. He's too talented. Like this man, I don't know what he did to you. What did he do to deserve nothing? You know what I'm saying? Not like nothing. Um, and then we got Laviska Shenault getting 10 targets and getting 4 yards a game. How's that even possible? He's got I don't know. And I heard this quote. He told somebody earlier in the week, playing the NFL. This is the head coach. Playing the NFL is like playing Alabama each week. Yeah. I don't know.
There's gonna be a lot of let-ups, buddy.
What do you think this is? So I'm just very confused, bro. Like, what is going on over there? He's got everybody looking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're looking bad, bro.
They just like to dump it off.
James Robinson looking bad.
PPR
right now. If somebody said, "Hey, man," like let's say I'm a Tyson Williams owner. If somebody offered me James Robinson, would you take it?
No, I'm keeping Tyson. I saw he's a RB2. I told you that. Week 1? We're talking about that.
Yeah, but remember James Robinson was like the guy. Like he would a top 7. Like bro,
he can't overcome.
Mr. 815 he's gone.
He can't overcome that awful team, man. And yeah, it's not James Robinson.
That's crazy though. Like last year, everybody knew he was getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had a negative game script. James Robinson would produce. So does that make him worse? But not him, like the coach, like the scheme. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah. That makes no sense to me.
Because what is it, Bevel?
Really
right?
is. Huh?
Who's the offense coordinator? Isn't it Bevel?
Yeah. And of course, he gets Marvin Jones involved. That's pretty much, to me, the only person you can rely on in an offense right now. I got DJ Shark owners out there. I'm like, we all know how this goes. Don't do this to yourself. Don't sit there and think you're going to live off that guy.
He was going too. He was going so high in drafts too. He could come on. At the end of the season.
I just think he's one of those people that's so unpredictable that you're going to play him when he doesn't and not play him when he does. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's worth nothing to me. I'd rather have a guy who only has like 4 good games throughout a season and based off the matchup and delivers in that matchup compared to a guy that should and never does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be pointless. Would you play Tony Pollard this week? Against the Eagles, Monday Night Football, at the crib.
I mean, over who? I think it's real comparison right there. I wouldn't seek out starting him, no.
I feel like they're passing the torch. As a Zeke owner, I'm not a Zeke owner, but it's not looking gravy.
Because what is
Tony
it?
Pollard
They can get out after next year. After next year with Zeke, they still have.
But that's what I'm saying. I think no matter what, Tony Pollard is going to have a role and he's going to get touches because the man just looks better, flat out better. The eye test does not lie. We've been talking about this for years, but Zeke looks boring.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like sometimes, like I think I saw him in the week 1. He like really hit the hole, whatever, shot out of cannon like one time, and then it's like, is he out of juice the rest of the game? Like I don't know, maybe he's just worried he's gonna pull his hamstring or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's got asthma.
It looks like he's running like, without the turbo button clicked. Just sometimes it doesn't look right.
Is my RB broke? I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Like he's gonna get the ball, but I just, a lot of people go into analytics and stats and stuff like that. But from an eye test perspective, which you should also take into consideration, that's not what that looks like. That looks like a slowly but surely passing torch. And I think, and they're drawing plays up for that. That's the thing too. They're not just sub and he gets. They're drawing plays up for Tony Pollard, like at the goal line. They get reverse swing to Pollard. You know, like they do stuff like that. So
yeah, they are getting him involved. I do kind of want to look at what I do. Like we were talking about this trade here, just got me thinking a little bit. I mean, I would definitely look at their rest of the season schedule. With if we were talking about trading a quarterback in there. No, I'm talking about if he were to trade Russ or Brady maybe.
Brady, yeah.
And then if you could get like Trey Lance or Fields as your backup instead of one of those two after you do your trade, you're really setting yourself up really good. But I'd look at, man, they both have pretty good weapons. At rest of the season, who do you like better, Russell Wilson or Tom Brady?
I would lean toward Russ. History shows, usually what, top 7, top 8. And there's also going to be some games where Brady, it's going to be weird. They're going to have weird games, but I don't know. When you look at that, take consideration too when they have a bye week and see when Justin Fields or I think right now Justin Fields is a safer bet, but Trey Lance, to see who they play or if they're going to buy that week too. Take all that into consideration. There's no point in doing that just to not be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So take all of that into consideration.
And if you're in a 10-team league, you're going to have a Daniel Jones available for you almost every week.
Do not stress about that, man. There's going to be a matchup. It's usually always like 2-3 matches to look okay. Even Teddy Two Gloves, he's looking great. And my thing, I'm so confused why people, even the Vikings. See, the Vikings system is a little different because at the time you guys had a defense, and he was a game manager. They did not let him do him, but the narrative was he couldn't do what he's doing right now. So I'm very confused why suddenly he can do it. Does he just not care?
Yeah, I just think they like teams. The game plan thing is like he's the most accurate, like if not the most, but the most accurate quarterback like within 15 yards. It's just like defenses cheat up on him, and then like if they're cheating up already, how good is your run game going to be with Teddy? It's just like a compounding thing with him a little bit if you can't get it downfield accurately. But if he, if his legs are, looking better, if he's getting healthier, he can do it. Yeah, but like before, that was the thing. It's like if he can't, get the ball downfield, you don't have to play back, and you already got an advantage against the run game. So that was kind of like the conundrum or whatever.
I don't know, man. I'm happy for the dude. I mean, he's never been that quarterback to hurt you. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's not going to lose you.
You know what you're getting. He's consistent. Like he's not going to help you before this year. He would never help you, but he won't hurt you. So if you had a defense, safe defense most of the time, solid run game, you'd be all right to manage that entire game. So.
Do you want to look at any of these spreads, or do you don't want to get involved with that?
I think it's
what was the one we did say the Packers were going to whoop on the Lions last week. We were on the money on that. I think you were 1 point off your prediction. You were 1 point off.
I told you, and another thing, you played somebody that did not play Tanyan. They played Hunter Henry. Why? I was like, what? Listen, man. Detroit's going to be that team to beat up on. Jacksonville's going to be that team to beat up on. And even, I'm getting to Washington's defense. We're at top 3 in pre-draft and all. They look bad. They do not look.
Yeah.
They're droppable, like flat out, and it's crazy. New England's defense might be back. New Orleans defense. Pitt without T.J. Watt, I still trust them. But just they don't have Higgins, and he threw like 3 picks in a row to the Bears the other day.
Is that the Bears?
I think pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. What do you think Joe Mixon's doing today for our Joe Mixon truthers out there?
I think it's gonna look like last week. I think he's
100 yards, maybe.
No, he didn't do anything last week. What do you have? 60.
55 touches and 22 yards.
No, it's gonna look like that. That's
8 points.
that would probably be sweating it out, but that over-under is 43.5 right there for the Steelers. I mean, that could
They
go
got some-
way under.
Yeah. Is the Cowboys O-line healthy?
Or they have the
I don't
dude-
know. They
the
tried to
dude-
cheat the drug
yeah,
test. So
Collins, Lyle Collins. No, they did get healthy. I don't know. Did anybody
they
go
got
down
Zach
last
Martin
week?
back, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Kind of look him up. I heard he was just a maniac in high school. Like one of my coworkers played with against him in high school. He was just throwing 3 people at once. So pretty sure about that. Like he's like, my friend was like, so these guys in practice would throw me down, but then they played in the game against Zach Martin, and 3 of them were just getting plowed. So it's like the perspective is crazy.
Pause.
Okay, pause. Oh, this is some old. Okay, I don't know. I don't have.
Zach Martin's back. Collins, who's out for foreseeable future, it looks like, because he's gonna get more on top of that. It's gonna be weird. Ooh. Definitely Chase.
Chase, yeah.
Jacksonville. You just don't know what you're gonna get out of the Raiders, bro. And they're playing Jacksonville. Chase has had a solid, steady role. So Chase. And I could even, make an argument to play Chase and number 6. What a weird number. Connor. Weird number.
That week
Yeah,
one with the sun coming down on James Conner in that number 6 jersey, like he looked like a AI robot or something. Did you see him? He looked like.
It looks so weird.
I was like, who the hell is that? It's like looked like just like a basketball player out there. It was weird. Kenyon Martin out there. It looked like that to me.
It's like when you create a player Madden like 2013 or something.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, very strange robot. But we're about an hour now. I think that's it. We got to do some tinkering. If you want to drop a comment, we'll try to check this before the game starts. If you have any last-minute questions. Pat, do you have anything? I'm surprised Izzy didn't come on. He had a wedding yesterday. So I get on the highway at randomly going north of my house, 3 in the afternoon, random as hell. I get a call. Izzy's like, are you in front of me? Izzy's on the highway right behind me. It's like, what are the odds of that? Thousands of cars going up this highway every day. Me and Izzy get on the highway at the same damn time.
Well, Izzy,
Life's weird.
you are a creep.
Yeah, he is a creep. He checks on us every Sunday morning. But thanks for checking in, Ike, and everybody with new questions. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe. We're going to be doing more things. We're getting back on it. We had somebody change jobs, so we had a little bit of things going on outside of this. But we're getting back on track. Pat, do you have anything else?
Oh, man, thank you guys. Like I said, reach out, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. We'll get to it, man. Good luck week 3. And, if you're 0-2 right now, don't panic, man. It'll be all right. Just you'll be all right. Don't get cute, man. Play your stars.
Hang on, last question. We're just going to be really quick with this. Hopefully a fun one for you. Looking for one. Full PR.
What's up?
Boyd, Jamar Chase, Rondell Moore, or Jalen Waddle. Definitely not Waddle. We don't like him today.
Nope.
Anything between Chase and Boyd with Higgins being out. So that's basically to me. I definitely go with the Bengals guys over Rondell Moore personally.
Yeah. Especially with Higgins being out, that slides him up. We already know. They have more solidified role. Let's put it like that. Yeah, Boyd and Chase. Rondell Moore, great receiver, but they could be up on Jacksonville beating the brakes off them, and they could just run. Yeah, so
there's one answer for me right now. It's
Boyd Chase.
I'm going Chase. He says looking for one. I'm going.
Oh,
I'm going Chase.
So he gets one. Okay.
For sure, Chase. I'm actually kind of expecting big game, best game of the year.
What is this? Steelers, right?
No. Wait, yeah, they are the Steelers. Yeah.
Chase.
Hang on.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase.
Go Chase with that.
Chase.
He's a downfield.
I think you'll get an uptick in Javante. I don't even.
Okay. We're gonna sign off. Thanks for the last minute questions. Good luck. Have a good week.
Good luck. Reach out to us, man.
You're gonna have a good week. We're gonna have a good week. We'll come back Monday with happy results. So, all right. Bye-bye.
two.